usually they've got 4 all going. They've only got 2 at the moment.
Yeah, there's one vacant.
One vacant. I don't know where that is. So
we've got plenty of opportunities to win it back this. He's, as we spoke to, he's the VFL umpires umpire, or the coach of the VFL umpires. He was Simon Goosey's right-hand man in the VFL and has been a big part of Casey Radio's broadcasting of local football in the last 18 months, or since you've got heavily involved, Jared. You're no longer the Mayor of Mornington. You venture out toward the southeastern suburbs. But Pete, has he given you any feedback on the competition? He's usually pretty open.
I give him. He takes it, but he's very fit too. He loves his sport. So he just doesn't want to be part of the game, but loves being part of the game as well. In his own discussion for further back.
He's a great man. He might be able to move those people out for me. I could be calling from there during the second half.
How about we switch? They can have the bath and we'll have the corporate box. This has air conditioning.
Maybe we'll put an esky in.
Yeah, we'll put an esky in. Why haven't we got the esky now?
That's a good question.
You know what happens when Kane drinks and he's on radio?
Yes, it is. We'll go that way,
Alright, so Pakenham have won the toss and they're kicking towards the Fox Road end, boys.
Thank you for that, Bailey. And the players inside the goal square for Pakenham. They have all loaded up inside the goal square. An interesting match-up there for the Narre Warren defence. It's Pakenham with the first clearance. The ball only goes as far as Narre Warren. The kick coming forward there nicely from Lee. Inside forward 50. But reading the play nicely there for Pakenham is Gray. He goes to the outer side. The one-handed attempt there by Johnson. Couldn't claim the mark, but they get the ball towards centre wing. Bouncing loose football there in front of Cavlott. And the ball goes out of bounds on centre wing. Only 30 seconds into the first quarter, no one yet to score.
Yeah, just feeling themselves now.
Just feeling themselves, Jerry. They're feeling themselves out, maybe. The throw in. Well, strong tackle applied there by Lee from the Magpies. And the ball's going to be thrown up again on centre wing. It looks like Lehman's going to have the tough task of manning Michael Collins throughout the afternoon as the Magpies try to clear the football once again. Flannery gives a don't argue, goes back by hand to Hunter, the kick to centre half forward. Caught out of position there was Antonopoulos, and a good mark to the Pakenham defence. They bring it up broadcast side of the ground. Running through now is Tonks. He kicks it inside forward 50, or coming up in the lead there was Barclay. He couldn't complete the mark. It spills free. Anderson there for the Magpies. O'Brien head over the football. No free kick paid. Pack of players around the football here at centre half forward for Pakenham. And the ball's going to be thrown up. Oh, Barclay was quick on the lead then, Jared.
Well, we just saw what they're going to do with their forward line. As you can see, they're all pushing back into the square again.
So Cavlott wins the tap down there. Trying to get it out was Holmes. Met heavily was O'Brien. Just sockets the ball forward. Coming up to meet it there was Barclay. No free kick paid. There was a long tackle applied there, but the umpire says play on. The ball spills free out now towards centre wing. Cole McNamara, first one to meet the footy. He's got Wheeler to beat. McNamara still going after the football. Couldn't get it out. Wheeler does now with an ineffective hand pass towards Quirk. Quirk just sockets the ball forward. Coming up to meet it there was Taua. He left the ball behind Rag now. His hand pass has been intercepted by Taua. He's run down from behind but gets the kick away. And taking the mark there is our favourite player from Pakenham, Blake. He goes back towards centre half back where Brown takes the mark. He plays on quickly. Sees a player available there. It's Trussant running through the centre of Corolla Park. Trussant inside forward 50 through the hands of Lemmers. He couldn't claim the mark. The numbers here with Narre Warren's defence, and it's Morrison from Anderson. Now Parker outside. He clears defensive 50 towards centre wing, but no one at home there for Narre Warren. It was all Pakenham. The kick towards centre half forward. O'Brien couldn't collect it. Using his body nicely though was Collins. Gets the hand pass to Lee through centre half forward now. Bouncing football for Karim Biscaya. He picks it up nicely. Oh, beautiful vision. The short little step around the body finds Richardson, who marks on his chest. He'll wind up for a shot on goal from only 40 metres out.
Yeah, it was a good transition of play then, wasn't it? A good physical body by Michael Collins in the middle on O'Brien just to win the ball off him, and now they're having a shot at goal. They set it up really, really well.
So Richardson to kick the first goal of the match here on 97.7 FM. This will be the start that Narre Warren was looking for. He kicks from just inside 50. Jake Richardson sets sail for goal. The goal umpire likes it, and so does the Narre Warren supporters. That's their first goal of the game. They lead 1 straight 6. Pakenham yet to score. We've gone 5 minutes here on Casey Radio 97.7 FM.
Well, that was the two big bodies, as we were talking about before, Narre and Collins at centre half back to win the ball off O'Brien, and Ambuscar breaking that forward line off and kicking around his body. So those the big bodies against the pace of Pakenham, and they've gone into their forward line, they've got the setup and they've dropped 2 marks about it.
There's 2 players to keep your eye on today. One, Shorten Flannery. He's lining up there on the half-forward line, man by Tonks, and also Richardson. They're just big young beasts of men who will lead Narre into the future, you would think. The clearance, Quirk under pressure, gets the hand pass back to Collins, off one step, they're at centre half forward now. Biscaya, so it was Rag caught at the back, the numbers over the Lions. The short little pass there, finds Lehman on the half-back flank in space. He plays on quickly, goes towards Tonks, using his speed advantage there against Flannery. He plays on, he's been dumped behind play. Pete Marshall missed this one, but running up and taking the mark on his chest is Jared's man, Big Dan Fry, and he'll be lining up for a shot on goal from similar distance out to Jake Richardson, kicking from 50. He kicked 51 goals for the Lions last season, and he'll need to stand up here this afternoon if they're to get the victory, you would think, Jared.
Yes, they certainly will, and I like Barclay. He's just continually moving in Pakenham's forward line as well, so they've got plenty of run around, they've just got to use it properly.
So in comes Fry. He's seen an option in the pocket. It's loose manning up there by Parker, and O'Brien's taken the mark on his chest, closer to home but on a tighter angle. He's only kicking it from the car park. He'll be kicking from 25 metres out on a sharp 45-degree angle.
Yeah, they've obviously got faith that they can kick on this angle, because you'd think with another goal kicker Fry, maybe he didn't think he could make the distance.
The ploy for Pakenham that started with their players deep in their forward 50. So in he comes now. The captain, the coach, Steve O'Brien, from only 25 metres out. A great response there by the Pakenham side. Straight through for their first goal of the afternoon. 1 straight goal apiece. Here's 7 minutes of play gone. We'll cross down to Bailey Shaw, who's on the boundary.
I think I could see the Pakenham bench erupt as that goal went through the goalpost, boys. They were really looking to get early goal and establish themselves in this game.
Can you hear much chatter from the players? This game's usually a pretty physical contest. Is there a lot of talk from the players at ground level?
Yeah, there is, but there's not much that I could repeat on radio, boys.
Well, that's the way we like it. Local footy at its best as Coverlot wins the tap down, but it's Quirk who shoots a hand pass out to Delete. He leaves the ball behind. Look at the Pakenham numbers around the contest. There's plenty of them now as it comes out to Holmes, who breaks through centre half forward, goes towards Barclay. His third attempt inside forward 50. He couldn't mark it. He's gone back in a second time. Gets the hand pass out there towards his teammate in Fry. Sweeping the hand pass back to Barclay was Wheeler. Barclay with some space. Kicks it towards the goal space. The mark was dropped there by Smith, but the kick around the body sees young Jay Smith kick his first goal of the afternoon. 5 last week, 6 for the season, and Pakenham have the lead. Pakenham lead 2 straight 12, leading Narre 1 straight 6. We've gone 8 minutes here on 97.7 footy.
The great thing about Barclay, then in all those contests, he dropped the mark, but he kept his feet. And in those 3 contests he was in, he kept his feet all the time, where a few of the Narre boys run down on one leg and everything. So that's good, and moving the ball really quickly. What I'm going to like about this ruck contest again is Coverlot. He's all over Hunter at the moment, and Hunter's not liking that either.
One thing I'm liking about Narre by Pakenham is at the moment their numbers are surging the ball forward. Coverlot wins the tap again, goes in a second time. The ball comes up. Well, that was a high tackle applied there by Hunter on Young from Pakenham, and Young will take the free kick. Goes by hand there towards Lehman. He goes short. And taking the mark on the outer side there is Tonks. Tonks goes for a play right in the pocket, just overcooks it a little bit. It's going to be turned over. The numbers here of the Magpies working off the half-back flank. Kick into space. Flannery comes up to meet the player there in Wheeler. The ball spills free. McNamara in support, picks up the loose footy, goes around the body, bouncing football now. Goes through the hands of Richardson, allows Brown to pick up the football. He goes to Tonks. Tonks in space, he can take it, bounce. Angelopoulos is closing, but Tonks gets the kick away. Goes to centre half forward. Barclay, the short man in the contest. Giobi couldn't mark. He breaks a tackle of Barclay. No, he runs away. He's got King on support. He does it himself. He kicks it long to the half forward line. And taking a good mark there on the lead is Angelopoulos. He plays on quickly, wheels around, gets the ball towards Karim Biscaya. Brave effort there, backing back With the fly out of the football and taking the mark was Lenders. They get the ball out towards centre wing. It's been turned over once again through Lee, but the numbers went out for Pakenham now. Young gets his kick away to centre half forward. Up they fly. No one can claim the mark. The ball spills free. Coming up there was Morrison. He uses King. King towards Collins. He leaves the ball behind. An uncharacteristic mistake there. O'Brien gets brought to ground. Quirk goes in, and the pressure has to go back to Morrison. Off one step to centre half forward. 4 men go up. Richardson stays down. Does the roving. The kick around the body makes it hard for Biscaya. Flying in from the side there and dropping the mark was the player Gawley. The numbers though were Pakenham once again off the half-back flank. They build. Bouncing football for Lehman. He's in space on centre wing. He stops. He props. He looks for a better option. He goes short to Barclay. He can go over the top to Desant. The man in the bright yellow boots. Desant takes the mark. He spins, he wheels, where's the leaders? O'Brien's going to be the option, he's got 2 to beat. Smith takes a front position, but taking a strong mark there on the last line of defence for Narre was Hunter.
He dropped back on fire then, straight away.
And King received the hand pass, and King has just kicked it out towards me on the lead here in the broadcast position, out of bounds on the full. Wheeler's going to take the kick. Probably too far out to score, you would think. Pakenham leading 2 straight 12, Narre 1 goal. 6 points the margin, 11 minutes to play of the first quarter. You listen to Casey Radio Footy. The South East Football Netball League coming in for his shot on goal. It's a long attempt by Wheeler. Going for the extra distance, unfortunately for him, sees the ball go over the boundary, go through for one behind. The first blemish of the afternoon goes Pakenham's way. 2-1-13 Pakenham, leading Narre Warren 1 straight goal.
I noticed something with for young kids in a hot game like this. One of the Packy guys took his eyes off the ball when he was looking what was around him, running onto it, and fumbled the ball. They never do that, especially when the game's is hot.
The kick in towards McNamara, he couldn't keep the ball in play, and it has gone out of bounds. Kane Pollard, Jared Healy, Bailey Shaw on the boundary, and Bryce on the buttons here as part of our local footy coverage every Saturday afternoon between 1 and 5. If you enjoy it, let us know at 977 Footy on Twitter. Out of the clearance there, the Magpie sweeping hand pass towards Lee. Barclay had to keep his head over the football. Coming through there strongly was Richardson.
Great contest.
He's slow to get up. After running into Barclay, it was small versus big, and the big man was slowest to his feet. Barclay's been in everything so far in the first 15 minutes of play. Throw up. The Magpies with the numbers in the contest. Collins now breaks a tackle, gets a hand pass to Angelopoulos. Kick forward. Biscaya has 3 to beat. Oh, the little deft touch there was nice. This is good play by Narre. The ball finishes with Quirk. Didn't have a lot of room to move there, Dylan Quirks. We've just gone to the vacant goal square. And that was poor play by the Pakenham player.
They rushed it through. There were 2-on-1 and they've rushed it through for a point, unless it was closer than it looked here.
I think it was Morey. Yeah, he had a bit more time than he realised there, Morey, but better do the safe thing than the wrong thing. 1-1-7 Narre trail by 6 points. The ball's been touched, or Cavlot going to take the mark, but the sun got in his eyes. He's that tall, he's right next to the sun, Cavlot. It blinded him, he couldn't see it. Inside forward 50, Brown attacks the football, punches it towards Young. Takes a little bit of time to pick up the football, put himself under some pressure. But a nice pass there to Toussaint. He took it with one hand in front of Collins. You don't see that too often. Quick ball moving here by the Lions. They got it to the half-forward line. That man Barclay once again gets rid of one. Kick inside forward, 50 O'Brien. Got a big chest. The ball hit it and bounced off. He does his own roving. The kick around the body by the captain.
That's Fry.
Was that Dan Fry?
My man Fry.
Dan Fry kicks his first goal of the afternoon. That's Pakenham's third. They take the lead back out now to 12 points. Pakenham 3-1-19. Fry has 1, leading Narre Warren 1-1-7.
In the VFL Kane, the Dogs are trailing behind the Hawks. 6-11-47 the Bulldogs to the Hawks 10-62, and out at Piranha Park, Coburg trailing by 5 points at 4-2-26 to the Tigers 5-1-31.
Is our Red Onion in-house TV screen not working today?
I'm endeavouring to get it right.
Endeavouring, I love that word, endeavouring.
3-1-19 here on the 97.7 FM scoreboard. Cavlot taps the ball down. Under some pressure there was Blake. The umpire says play on. The quick kick coming forward there from the Magpies. They get it to centre half forward with Flannery. One way, then the other. The big man kicks it around the body. Won't quite get there as far as Biscaya, and cutting in and taking a good mark there was Tarua. He goes to the outer side where Toussaint. De Croissant takes the mark and kicks it long. Onto a vacant paddock now. O'Brien has 4 to beat. Angelopoulos is first there. Tries to take on 2 players. Then he gets brought to ground. Gets his hand pass in the space. But look at the Lions. They're running in a pack here. Pakenham. They come through the centre. Young gives it, don't argue. Sweeping hand pass. Nice finishing off there by Lenders. It's gone all the way. The mark's been paid. It was touched. It was being paid as a mark. Peter Marshall blinked as the defender King has got his hands on the football, but Smith has taken the mark there. Great team football by Pakenham. I actually said it was Lenders, it was Lehman who got the ball inside forward 50, and Smith, he's kicked 1. Can he make it 2? After last week's 5-goal haul, he's got 2 there for Pakenham. 2 in a row now for the Lions. 3 in a row for the Lions, I should say. They go to 4-1-25. Leading Narre Warren 1-1-7 here on 977 footy.
And you called it before, they're running in a pack and they're running together, which is great. They almost mucked up that handball. They handball into the path of Young in a nest of magpies, but he backed his pace and got through nicely.
Yes, there's some concerns early for Narre Warren. They're being put on the back foot. This is the start that they wanted here, Pakenham. They were confident. Cavlot once again taps it down, gets the hand pass back to Lehman. He's been called, he's been screamed at by the forwards. He has to go long, bouncing football now. Coming up to meet it is Smith. He's a live wire. He looks to shape it up. Beautiful play to find Young. Young from 30 out. They've kicked 5.
Yeah, it's a beautiful play, isn't it?
You couldn't ask for anything better here by Pakenham. They've kicked 5 goals unanswered at Kalora Park to extend their lead to 24 points. 5-1-31 to 1-1-7. Great finishing work there by Young. The pass was just pinpoint. He was just a loose man running through the centre corridor, picked out nicely and finished the game, finished the goal and rewarded his teammates.
Yeah, they're backing their pace. They're doing this again. As you can see, all their players are going into the goal square and they quick break out of the middle and their guys will run onto it with clean hands. And Chris Tanner's over there with his hands on his hips at the moment, wondering what's going on.
You wouldn't be happy.
No.
17 minutes into the first quarter and it's 24 points the margin in favour of Pakenham.
Cavlot, another tap.
Yep, he's going to get plenty of it.
He's giving Hunter a nice lesson at the moment.
Won't he be a ruckman of the future? We can put some kilos on his young frame. Tap down there to Beck. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, sells some candy, goes to Lehman by hand. He runs around McNamara. The short pass inside forward 50, but reading the play nicely there. And taking the mark very courageously was Giobi. Brings it out to Parker. Just finished his double degree in law. Jackson Parker is a smart one, this one. He gets the ball back off the ricochet. Goes by hand to McNamara. Sells the candy. Couldn't get around Brown. Short pass over Richardson. Bouncing football. Sweeping hand pass now to Rag. He goes back inside looking for Kane Biscaya. Coming up to meet it there. Nice play by Blake. Very run down from behind. Gets his kick away. Lehman couldn't mark it. Brown has 2 to beat. Collects the football. Goes back to Lehman now. Has some space. Stops. Props. Looks for an option. It's Barclay. Or coming over the top there, Giobi. Punches the ball away. He's a fine specimen of a man, Ben Giobi.
Just before we saw where it breaks down for Pakenham in that fast forward line, they didn't expect that break off half-back flank, so none of them ran up and Lehman was calling them up and then he ended up turning it over.
Jared Healy providing the special comments. Bailey Shaw at ground level. Quirk gets held up. Hand pass though to McNamara, who uses Collins, a long penetrating kick inside forward 50. McIver dropped the mark but received a push and he'll get the free kick.
That just showed that strength that Narre have got where Quirk was able to break the tackle. He looked like he was held up. He was going to be dropping the ball on him, but he got his arm free.
No need for greater push, McIver there. The ball went through McIver's hands before he got pushed. We kicked 2 goals last week, Aaron McIver. This will test him if his gangly kicking style goes to the hot spot. They fly. Young in the front position, takes a great mark there. It's actually Morey, I should say, for Pakenham. He goes across the face of goal here. Finding Beck in the back pocket. He can go long towards centre wing. That's Young all by himself. He takes the mark on his chest. Players break in all directions. Which way will he go? Decides to go further afield to Toussaint. He's all by himself. He can bring the ball up towards forward 50. Takes his time. Measured kick. Up they fly. Taking the front position there was King. He's punched it front and square was Barkley. Goes back to Toussaint. Under some pressure. Just sees in the corner of his eye. It was Lenders. Lenders from 25 metres out. Can he make it 6? No.
Can't afford to miss those.
Should have done better.
Going to come.
Should have done better. 20 minutes into the first quarter, and it's Pakenham leading by 22 points. Bailey Shaw at boundary.
Tell you what, boys, your boy Jake Barclay is an absolute machine. I saw him coming to the bench for 15 seconds, took a drink, got a slap on the bum and went straight back out there.
The way we like it. He likes to slap and tickle and straight back into it as young Barclay. He couldn't wait to be amongst it. Bailey Shaw at ground level. There'll be some shell-shocked faces in that Narre grandstand, I think, as Morrison now kicks it in, looking for Rag. Oh, Hunter tried to bring him into it. Good punch away by Brown. Rag had to go by hand to McNamara. Closing space. He didn't have a lot of it, so he just kicked it long. Cutting it off, though, was Gray of Pakenham. He kicks it into the centre square. 3-on-1. It's all Pakenham. Beck goes back to Barclay. To Machine. He kicks it long in space on the outer side, and taking the mark there was a Fry. He goes short into the pocket. Oh, closing in there, applying a strong tackle there with Giobi. Pax form, the ball's going to be thrown up.
It's hard, tough footy, isn't it? It's just one end at the moment. No questions asked. It's great.
Right. If Narre can keep this pace up for 4 quarters, it's going to be a great game of football this afternoon. It's getting slung there in the tackle by Williams. The umpire has paid a free kick the way of Pakenham. It's gone the way of O'Brien.
Couldn't see it unless he just didn't like the way the Narre guy reacted to that sling.
Bailey might be closer to that. Do you see what that free kick was for, Bailey?
I was on the other side of the ground, boys, so I missed that one.
He's getting a hot dog, chatting up the girls. I thought it wouldn't take him long before he had the girls chasing him in that Casey radio jacket.
I better get out there.
Yeah. Well, your days of chasing skirts a long time gone, Jared. You're a happy family man.
To supervise.
Oh, wow. Yes, give him some pointers maybe. Be his wingman. As he comes in for the shot on goal, the distance has tested him. No, it hasn't. Beautiful finishing work there by the Pakenham coach and Steve O'Brien, I think it was.
Looks like it,
the free kick came out of nothing out of the marking contest. But something from nothing for Pakenham, and they extend their lead now to 31 points. That's right, listeners. Don't fall off your chair at home. Narre were in trail by 31 points at Kalora Park.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was going to hold up into that breeze, and then suddenly it just kept floating through, so it was a great kick. He knows his kicking style beautifully.
I think that breeze, though, is favouring that pocket just a little bit. And back with the play now. Fry in the ruck for Pakenham, got the right on Hunter, tapped it down. The ball couldn't get free, and it's going to be a secondary throw-up. Hunter against Fry, give that one to Hunter. Oh, Cavlot doing the roving, goes in and gets the hand pass out there towards his teammate in Beck. Plenty of time for Pakenham on the football at the moment as Beck's pass.
Good strong mark.
Really made it tough there for Dean Blake here to stand and take the mark, brought to ground by Giobi. You can see he's still winded, but was courageous enough to get his kick away before coming off the ground.
Yeah, he's going straight
he hit the ground hard. No, he's not.
I'm staying.
Yeah, no, that's courageous football by Dean Blake. He got brought to ground pretty roughly by Giobi. Got the kick inside forward 50 where Fry's taken the mark. He went to leave the ground, then realised it wasn't that bad. He could breathe. He had some life left and decided to stay on the ground. It's great to see. Inspirational football by the Lions as Fry comes in now. From outside 50, Fry gets under a little bit looking for the extra distance and lucky to score in the end.
Yeah.
9 scoring shots to 2. We've gone 21 minutes here of the first quarter, and it is Pakenham leading by 32 points.
They've kicked some nice goals on an angle, on very acute angles, and some straight in front. They're just missing and spraying.
Look how limp the flag went all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We won't say that's limp as, but yeah, no, look, there's not much air. Yeah, but as limp as Narre Warren's first quarter performance, but no, there's no wind here at Kalora Park all of a sudden, as Giobi brings the ball in. Parker sliding on his knees to take the mark. They're using the social club side of the ground. It's actually Angelopoulos with the mark, I should say, in the pocket. He goes long. Well, taking the front position there was Kane Biscaya. As he customarily see Kane Biscaya always play on off one step. That was a nice pass. Found Matt Lee. He plays on quickly. Sees Richardson. He's got 2 to beat. Collects the football now in space. Gets away. Gets a kick away into the pocket from McIver. Lying into his back there though was Gray. Gets the punch away. The ball's gone out of bounds. 22 minutes gone on 97.7 FM. And it's Pakenham 6-3-39. 32 points in front of Narre Warren.
What was it?
32 points in front of Narre Warren. That's right, Jared. We are all shocked here in the special bus. Bryce has actually fallen off his seat. He's in the fetal position. He's about to cry. McIver couldn't click the football. Allowed Brian to run through. He kicks it out towards the half-back line, but only goes as far as McNamara. So McNamara goes towards Angelopoulos. No, he goes back further. They need a mark inside forward 50. They found one. It's Rag. He kicked 5 goals last week. Ben Rag has gone forward this year. And he's lined it up from 30 metres out.
Better compose ourselves.
Ben Rag, can he continue on his form from last week?
Understatement, a much needed goal.
Oh, much needed goal, yeah. Just so you don't get yelled at by Chris Turner at quarter time. Brad needs a kick this, and he comes, or he stabs it. The ball comes back around the post nicely.
It's almost a drop kick.
Ben Rag kicks his first goal of the afternoon. Narre Warren second. They go to 2-1-13, trailing the Pakenham side by 26 points. We have gone now 23 minutes of the first quarter on KC Radio 97.7 FM.
And Cavlot's had his spell. He's straight back onto the ground and straight back in the ruck to continue his domination in there. He's run nearly every tap out he's gone for. Given a little chop out by Fry then so he could have a breather, but now he's back. So
we don't get given a lot of personal information about the players, but Cavlot's probably 200 centimetres and 80 kilos.
80, yeah?
Oh, he's just ran into Hunter and got bumped over, whereas Hunter had tapped the ball away. Coming through though is Lehman. He's held onto, no free kick paid. The ball spills out now towards Young. Beck's in space, goes with the short pass. O'Brien punched away there by Morrison. Angelopoulos. Oh, that was a great pick up. Behind to Hunter, who uses Morrison. Now Giobi. Off one step, goes towards McNamara. Oh, taking the front position there and taking a good mark for Pakenham was Cairns. He goes in, board and finds Lehman. Got that dinky little undercut bob haircut I don't like, but he finds Barclay back to Lehman. He runs his full measure, goes long inside forward 50. Going back with the flight of the ball there was Kane Biscaya. Managed to bring the ball to ground. Oh, nice work there by the Pakenham small forward. And I think it was Smith. He went to try and square it up, but it was all just Narre Warren. And then they bring it out now towards the Narre Warren player in Stagg. Stagg goes short to Flannery. Jordan Flannery sees a player on the lead. It's Richardson. He had 3 to beat. Good closing speed there by Young. Managed to cut it off. Young gets the hand pass to Holmes under some pressure. Holmes goes with a stab pass. Finds Beck. He can go inboard further now towards Lehman. That option's ignored. He decides to go to Tonks. Running through the centre of Kalora Park. Tonks goes inside forward 50. Flying high Smith. Couldn't complete the mark. King was there. By hand to Morrison. Back through the traffic. He's tackled. He's slung. No free kick paid. Breaking off the line there was Jackson Parker. He goes short by foot towards Stagg. Gave Stagg no chance at all. And Chris Cairns, or Carnes, depending which side you live on, either Pakenham or Narre Warren. Chris Carnes.
Excuse me, sorry.
Someone stole the microphone.
Chris Carnes has kicked the ball out of bounds. So in front of the special bus, the ball's thrown in. McNamara, I should say, gets the hand pass to Angelopoulos, who kicks the ball forward. No one could claim the mark there. Getting held was Tarora. The ball spills free. Coming through though is Narre Warren. Now they kick forward all behind play. Tarora's just gone high there against the Narre Warren player in Angelopoulos. And he looks to be in a pretty bad way. The free kick's going down the field. It was actually Brown who's got involved. Karim Biscaya said, "What did you have for breakfast? I don't like the smell of it. Let me check out your teeth." He might throw a headbutt there as well. He's a new man, Karim Biscaya now. He's got a young family. A push and a shove. Oh no. Karim Biscaya has given away the free kick for... I can't comment, can I? Jared? Jared?
What for? For being naughty?
Whatever it was disappointing. Tarora's played on under some pressure by Rag. He's kicked it towards the boundary line. Oh,
it must have been
calamity of errors.
That's all it was, because there was no pushing or shoving. There
was 2 pushes.
Yeah, but nothing major.
We'd hope not.
No, so it must have been more chat.
But Pakenham let Narre Warren off there because the kick across goal. Biscaya, he's doing the roving. Karim Biscaya, that is just great individual work. Does the rucking, does the roving, sells the candy. Banana Roma time here at Kalora Park. Biscaya's given a few words, probably to Pete Marshall as well. I'll be careful if you're leaving the venue today, Pete, with those sort of decisions. Biscaya, he kicks one. It's still happening here inside forward 50 for Narre Warren. Who's he pointing at? Is that a Narre Warren runner yelling at Nathan Brown? Or?
I don't know what's going on. No, that's the Pakenham, the Narre one's going back. I just noticed in the forward line for Pakenham how they're all starting deep. So what's happening now after the centre bounce? Hunter's dropping back and Kareem Biscay is doing what Kareem Biscay does. He's staying loose back there and they're cutting off all their advances.
So Kareem Biscay, Narre Warren 3-1-19, 20 points behind. Pakenham 6-3-39. There's scuffles happening all over the shop. We'll get down to Bailey Shore shortly. The ball's been kicked one inside forward 50. Smith reads his opposition and takes the mark on his chest. I'm losing the plot here. There's players that are just starting some fireworks, spot fires everywhere at Kalora Park. There's more men in green out on the ground at the moment than
umpires, just as many umpires.
Yeah.
And water carriers.
Martians. Smith, he's kicked 2. Can he make it 3 from the pocket and take the lead back to 26 points? Young Jay Smith, the former Gippsland Power star, couldn't finish off. 6-4-40 to Narre Warren 3-1-19. Bryce.
Some around the ground scores in the VFL. The Hawks lead by 20 points. 6-14-50 to the Hawks. 11-4-70 and in Piranha Park, Coburg 7-3-45 Richmond 6-2-38. 7-point lead there to Coburg.
Giobi kicks it in, or a big pack of players. The ball spills there to O'Brien. Quick kick back inside forward 50. Another entry there for the Lions. Running under the loose football there was Smith, and he was just poleaxed to the ground there by the Narre Warren defence. I think it was Giobi should try to rip his head off, and Smith has taken the free kick. When the free kick was paid, Ryan Morrison, the fullback from the Magpies, I thought was going to throw his dummy. He has had an absolute spit at Pete Marshall. The free kick's been paid. Is that 50 now? So young Smith, Jake Smith, he's kicked 7 goals for the season. Can he make it 8? From only 15 metres out, you think he shouldn't miss. Oh, that's great work to respond by Pakenham. And there's the siren. Quarter time here at Kalora Park. It's Pakenham 7-4-46.
Bit of a push and shove now.
Leading Narre Warren 3-1-19.
Yeah, it's interesting. And that's Pete.
No, they should be fine to get out there.
All right, Bailey Shaw on the boundary line. Jared Healy has special comments. Kane Pollard, your commentator, and Bryce just adding little bits of spice to the broadcast he does every single week. The clearance. The Magpies drag goes with for high elbow. The hand pass to Richardson. The kick around the body. The ball spills to Flannery. Flannery runs the 20 metres out. He's just kicked it out of its own leather, the footy, and has kicked the first goal of the second quarter. It's going the way of the Magpies. They go to 4-1-25. Bringing the margin back to 21 points. But Flannery just showing some explosive speed there to break away and kick a nice goal.
He did. He lost Tonks in traffic then, and that when Ray came through and gave that don't argue to Brown, I think it was, he just lost him. He just got off the back and took the handball nicely and kicked a beautiful goal on the run. And that's what they need more, a bit of run from Narre.
Chris Turner kept his charges there a little bit longer than usual at quarter time, and obviously that's the result. Another clearance here to the Magpies. It's a scrubby kick forward, coming through there. Young tries to find Tonks, couldn't break the tackle away from Flannery that time. It's been wrapped up, that's holding the footy. Advantage has been paid, no.
That's good umpiring, they brought it back. Seen that he called advantage, saw there wasn't really an advantage, so brought it back so Flannery could have his kick.
Mitch Cohen was about to break through the lines there for the Magpies. Told to brought back, so it could be 2 goals in a minute here for Jordan Flannery. This one will test the distance. The wind is favouring the end that Narre Warren are kicking to in this quarter, Jared.
Yes, it is, and you can see just in these first couple of minutes, Narre are being more physical than they have been for the whole game.
In comes Flannery. 2 in a row to the big centre half forward for the Magpies. That's exactly what Chris Turner would have been asking for. 2 quick goals and they've reduced the margin back to only 15 points.
And at that last ruck contest, Hunter ran straight into Cavalot and just knocked him out of the way and then got the tap out himself. So that's where their physical presence is really going to show now. Will Pakenham be able to respond and put their foot back on the gas?
That is the $1 million question at the moment. The question riding over the outcome of this game. Can Pakenham withstand Narre Warren's pressure? Cavalot taps it down. But it's the Magpies with the clearance once again. Parker kick around the body to centre half forward. Numbers here with the Lions. They can try and build up centre half back. The hand pass was cut off there by Flannery. The ball spills to Richardson. The kick around the body. It's high. It's loose. Going back with the flight of the football there is Tarua. Punches the ball away and out of bounds.
Yeah, he's got that out of bounds. They were lucky to get out of that Pakenham. He looked at the handball. I could see it from here. I said, don't handball it, but he just didn't. Cut off beautifully by Flannery, but the kick went a square and it's over the bounce.
Yeah, it's the second time we've seen Richardson now with some space. Disappointing with his entry inside forward 50. Flannery taps it down there towards McIver. Strong clash of bodies there. I think it was Gray. And the ball has gone out of bounds once again.
Maybe
this is a small crowd.
It is, yeah, it seems small. A lot of people over there, but maybe they're all in the cars. A lot of cars here.
Maybe they're or maybe stuck in the roadworks here at Fox Road. The ball spills to Collins out of the clearance. Michael Collins goes with the banana on the right foot, but didn't even register a score. Out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, it's, they could be stuck in the roadworks, or they're just shell-shocked.
Maybe our broadcast is that good to decide to sit in the car and listen to 97.7. Don't
Flash your
forget,
lights.
we like it when you give us a flash of your lights, of course. The short kick in there from the pocket. Finds Gray. A lot of the players are on the social club side of the ground. That's the way they go, looking for Brown. He takes the mark in front of Biscaya, and Biscaya's given him a push and a shove. Is the mark being paid?
Must have been paid.
He's dropped it. He's gone straight up to Karim Biscaya. Told him just to cool his jets. Biscaya's gone off the ground. Was that? I don't know what's happened here. Bailey, you're on the other side. I think the mark's been paid. Karim Biscaya just not happy with Nathan Brown after that indiscretion in the first quarter.
Just absolutely leveled him after he took the mark, boys. He's been given a 50-metre penalty. He stayed on the ground. You would have thought his coach would drag him after a display
that was
like
not 50. That's 100 metres, isn't it? Has Pete Marshall forgotten what 50 metres is?
It's a small ground.
He's taking him from the back line to a shot on goal here for Brown. He's kicking it from 45 metres out. It'll be a way to respond to Karim. Will be a goal. Didn't quite make the distance. They do battle now. The punch in bounced off Smith's head. Big pack around the football. Trying to get the hand pass out though was Lenders. The numbers went out for the Magpies as Hunter kicks the ball forward only as far as Blake. He takes on McNamara. He couldn't break the tackle. Has to retreat by hand to Young. Young short pass inside forward 50 finds Fry.
We have a shot from here. We're right behind this, so we should have a great view of it. But
Fry reminds me of that guy from Futurama. Wasn't his name Fry?
You want me to play the Futurama theme?
Well, we might have to if he kicks this one from 50.
So I wonder what's going through the big man's head right there at the moment. Why do you want to do that?
Yeah, not happy. And it's those sort of moments in a football game which can turn it. They kicked 2 goals and had the momentum. Now Fry, if he kicks this, he can extend it back out to 21 points. If he can kick, yes he can.
Got that
the ball just went nicely with the breeze and came back through for a goal. Fry kicks his second, and they go now to 8-4-52, leading Pakenham 5-1-25. Dan Fry kicking his second goal of the day.
With that lack of discipline, that's the second time this guy has done that. Yet the runner doesn't even come out to him. I don't know, what is this, a bit of a tail wagging the dog scenario? So we'll see what happens in this lap contest. Will Hunter go into the body of Cavalot again, and Cavalot try to jump over him?
Well, they're leading now by 21 points, Pakenham. Standing up in the tackle there was Quirk. The ball goes to Lee. The kick around the body and coming up and taking a good mark on his chest there is Hayden Stagg. Where's Biscaya? Feed him the football. He wants it. You're really mad helping him at the moment. Maury's got a tough job this afternoon. Tarua's got Rag. So Stagg, there's no movement inside forward 50. They're expecting him to have a shot on goal. Be kicking with the breeze. Can he bring the margin back to 15 points? In comes Stagg. Oh, looks good off the boot. It's gone all the way through for a behind.
I just wonder, we saw Chisonk there when he had the chance to go for Pakenham, and I've seen it 3 times with the Pakenham players. They just sort of wait to see what Narre are going to do with the ball. So I don't know, a bit reactive.
Yeah. Kick in.
Out in the full.
From Maury's gone straight out of bounds on the full, Jared.
Yes.
This is a big turnover.
It is. That's that man Flannery has had a great start to this quarter for Narre. He's kicked their only 2 goals and he's letting his height do the talking at the moment.
Well, Flannery's played on. The long kick by Flannery from 45 metres out. He's gone bang. 3 goals of the second quarter and he's reduced the margin to 14 points. Jordan Flannery. Wow, that was a great goal. Probably his goal of the day so far on 97.7 FM.
Bad checking by the Pakenham players then. They just let him waltz around And nice goal. He's given a bit of a wave to the crowd, or it might have been the netball courts over there. And thank you very much. He's taking the limelight at the moment, isn't he? And doing a great job.
He's taller than Tonks. We spoke about how important that matchup was, and he's just kicked 3 goals in this quarter. There's a free kick for Narre Warren player encroaching the centre square. So Covlop will take the free kick, goes by hand there, and it's going to be turned over now. The Magpies are really just seizing this contest. The long kick forward. Coming out there, Brown was going back with the flight of the football. Lee took the mark and also got cleaned up by Rag. Jalura brings it out now towards Tonks. Running away from Flannery is Tonks. He's found an option there in Lenders. He stood and waited. Led King of the contest. He punched the ball away, but only as far as Young from Pakenham. Young spots up his teammate there in Holmes. Inside forward 50 and finds Smith. Well, that was good quick transition football there by the Lions. That resulted in another shot on goal.
Yep, it looked a bit messy over here with the handball, but they got the clean hands in the end, and now they're having another shot at goal.
The result was a good one for Pakenham. They can take the margin back to 20 points if Smith can kick his 4th goal of the day. It's gone all the way. They're appealing for touch. The goal umpire was close. The goal's been paid. Smith has 4.
He's having none of that. It's my goal, my call.
They have 9. They've taken the margin back now to 20 points, Gerard. It's 9-4-58 the Lions to the Magpies, 6-2-38. It's a Smith and Flannery show here at Kalora Park on 97.7 FM. Bailey Shaw on the boundary.
I'll tell you what, boys, this win towards the Fox Road end has really picked up, so that Jake Smith goal is just extra impressive because he's kicking that one against a 2-3 goal breeze.
And they've done well, Pakenham too, since they've got the first couple of goals now in the first 2 minutes to actually stop them and now start scoring themselves.
So up they go. Cavlot was pushed out of it once again. Hunter's tapped it towards centre wing. McNamara coming up to meet the football. Well, we're going to keep your head over the football, and Lehman does. Gets the hand pass there towards his teammate in Holmes, who kicks the ball forward. Bouncing football now on Lehman. Takes on 3 players. It's actually Lenders, I should say. And Lenders just sprays the ball when he could have finished off, but after breaking 2 tackles,
did all the hard work though, got out of him, and then he sprays the kick. That was an important goal, that one.
The ball's been kicked in. Oh, the mark hasn't been paid. Play on to the call. Another entry inside forward 50 for Pakenham. Taking the front position there was Lenders. He has 3 to beat. Oh, they couldn't do it. O'Brien wants the ball more. Now it spills out. Lenders being held on to. No free kick paid. They're standing and watching a little bit here, Pakenham. And now the ball's been held up. And the ball's going to be thrown up.
Geez, they've answered the challenge well, though, haven't they, the Lions? They've come back into it and starting to get the game on their own terms again.
Yep, they are indeed.
There would have been doubts, no doubt about it, in the Pakenham camp at the start of this quarter.
So the ball's back close to the goal line now. Barclay keeps the ball in close to the boundary line and he goes back through.
The umpire's already called it rush through for
a point. Thank you for that, Jerry.
That's all right.
9-5-59 Pakenham to Narre 6-2-38.
Like the Collins, he's hugging the boundary line.
The kick in, it's gone a long way there by Giovi to find Collins. Oh, Lenders wasn't watching and Collins just plays on and runs around and brings it up towards centre wing, which is in the best position to mark, couldn't do so. Brown did well to punch the ball away. Had to go back by hand towards Hunter. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle there by Tonks. Right in front of the 97.7 FM special bus.
Do you get McNamara and Rag mixed up? I do.
The hairstyles are similar. The ball's thrown in, or no one goes to the rucking contest. Bouncing football. Lee meets Young. Young stands up. The blind hand pass there by Holmes towards Young. Trying to get over the top, couldn't do so. The Narre player's in bad shape. He's just crashed into, Anderson's just crashed into Young. Slow to his feet. The free kick was passed. McNamara managed to get it.
Can't do that.
Well, Narre Warren are losing the plot out here. Anderson's slow to his feet after trying to take a player. McNamara's just trying to run Beck down from behind and give him a punch to the kidneys. There's an arrogance about the Narre Warren Football Club. We know that.
Hunter just bowled Barkley over for no reason.
They don't like to be beaten, that is for sure. So Barkley will take the free kick. Oh, it's a short pass. Looking for Toussaint, but it's Anderson who's recovered nicely to take the mark. Pass towards the centre square. Richardson's taken the mark. He can play on now. He'll kick it long inside forward 50. Oh, Biscaya. He had Morey to beat. He slung him with one arm and took the other arm out to take the mark.
Yeah, he did that easy, didn't he? Just rag goal, so to speak. Again, this is my forward line. Don't try and hold me.
Yep. He knew he was being held, so he just slung him around. to position himself to take the mark.
Well, that was a bad ball by Barkley there with that kick, wasn't it? They can't afford to do that against this outfit that is the Magpies. They'll make you pay, and
I agree.
Now we've got the best goal kicker in the competition lining up for a shot.
So Biscaya, he'll be kicking from only 45 metres out. He shouldn't miss from this distance. Well, he's made the goal umpire work, but it's going to be paid as a goal. Biscaya kicks his second goal of the afternoon, and we bring the margin back to 15 points. 7-2, 44. Narre Warren trailing Pakenham 9-5-59.
Yep.
Or hang on, 9-6-60.
9-6-60, and they're just changing the no score now, but we'll see if Pakenham can respond again.
So it's 16 points, the margin. Here at Kalora Park, we're about 15 minutes or so into this second quarter. Cavlot misreads it, Stagg taps it down. Coming off the line there and missing it, though, with the soccer off the ground was the Pakenham player in grey. Narre Warren, another entry inside forward 50, ricochets off Biscaya, falls to McIver, tries a rider tackle there from Tonks, he didn't get it out. The umpires penalise him for holding the football. So McIver, unlucky there. He tried a rider tackle from Tonks, he couldn't break it, the umpires paid a free kick. So he can bring it out towards the broadcast side of the ground to Cavlot if he needs to. He's playing on now. He tries to go long and lets himself down, but lacks a fortune. The ball bouncing to Beck, who breaks a tackle of McNamara. Riding the bump nicely there was Blake. The ball comes back out Pakenham's favour. The kick around the body, looking for Barclay. He had Collins to beat. McNamara didn't even go for the football there to try to apply the bump. And the free kick's been paid to Barclay, who shoots the hand pass out there towards Lenders. He goes over the top now towards his teammate there in Holmes, again towards centre half forward, but it's Kane Biscaya. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle. Lee comes through, gets a hand pass out there towards Stagg. He sees Parker all by himself, who's taking the mark on centre wing. Parker goes towards Collins, back to Parker. The 1-2 working nicely there for the Magpies. Parker's kick inside forward 50, they need a mark. Biscaya's there and he does. Takes the mark on his chest, diving away to his right hand side.
Yeah, Pakenham were trying to be too pretty, too quick here and slip with their hands and everything, but they weren't hitting targets. They were handballing it around to no one. So they're trying to move the ball quickly, but they're not looking at what they're doing like they did in the first quarter. They actually found their targets. They held that ball for an extra second and actually spotted someone up. This time they weren't in that passage of play. And we notice Staggs come onto the ground, a more mobile rushing for them to go with Cavlot around the ground.
So Biscaya, he's kicked 2. Can he make it 3? The margin is currently 16 points. Oh, he brings the ball back nicely, the wily veteran full forward. He's kicked 3. They go to 8-2-50 now, the Magpies. They're really finding their groove in this second quarter. Back-to-back goals to Biscaya, and the margin's only 10 points.
Well, it's very important that Pakenham now settle down again, just take stock of what they're doing and spot those targets up again. They're just getting rid of the ball as soon as they get it like a hot potato now, so that perceived pressure that Narre have is starting to be applied.
And the contests are starting to go the favour of the Narre Warren side, whether it's physical or just a loose football. The bounces are starting to go their way, they're taking full advantage of it. This quarter has been electrifying. It's been 2 goals to 5 in favour of the Magpies. The ball goes up. Trying to tap it out there was Collins, but only as far as Pakenham once again. They start the surge. It's a kick inside forward 50. Coming up to meet it in the bad position that time though was Fisher. He overruns it. The numbers here though, Anderson to McNamara, and McNamara decides to go long towards Richardson. He let the ball bounce. It's gone past him. Brown's there. Manages to punch the ball over the boundary line. I don't know what Brown did in that first quarter, but Brown has definitely got himself as the number one enemy of the Narre Warren Football Club, because anyone who runs past him is trying to push him over or bump him or kick him.
Put him on the ground, don't they? Any chance they get, they put him down.
Yep. So throw in. Oh, it's a loose one there. Stagg taps it down to Quirk. Shoots it out towards Angelopoulos. A little toe poke from Collins. Angelopoulos slips over. The ball spills free. Oh, he's been tackled high there by Blake. And Angelopoulos will take the free kick. One of Narre's new recruits this season. He plays on quickly. Sees an option there at centre half forward. It's Richardson who's taken the mark.
Yeah, he's Angelopoulos has worked his way into this game as well. Yeah. And Collins sort of had a bit of who's going to pick it up then, but they worked it out beautifully and he got the ball, got the free kick, and now he's giving him another shot at goal.
So Richardson This is going to be a big kick. You can bring the margin back to only 4 points. You would say the ascendancy's gone the way of Narre. But as Bailey said, this breeze has picked up towards Narre Warren's end. Probably 3 or 4 goals advantage now as Richardson comes in from 50 metres out. Oh, he gets a good connection on it. But going for the extra distance, gone across the face and through for one behind Jared.
Yeah, but again, as we were saying before, it's that now that Narre have they put their stamp on this game, and suddenly everything's going their way because they're running harder, they're working for each other, so they're drawing their own luck from it, and that perceived pressure that they apply is coming on.
So Toussaint will kick it to himself. Go towards the social club side of the ground where he finds Holmes who's taken the mark. They're going to get the ball moving quicker though. Pakenham with Lenders, who goes short to the big man there in Johnson, who's taken the mark on his chest. Stagnant football now by Pakenham. They're being held up. They need to get the ball moving quickly. He decides to go long. At the back of the pack there was Lenders. He allowed Morrison to have front position, and Morrison's taken the mark. So Ryan Morrison, one of the best young defenders in the league, goes right back to where it came from, this half-forward flank. Oh, flying third man up there was Biscaya, went straight through his hands. You don't see that too often, you wouldn't say, Jared. Cairns on the last line of defence there for Pakenham. His kick has gone out of bounds on the full. A crucial turnover here for the Magpies. Quick kick in, bad bounce there for Rag, went straight over his head. Coming up to meet it there, True was he held on to. The umpire says no. With some support is Sosinski. He takes a bounce. He's in 2 minds, he's in 3 minds. Decides to go back by hand. No, he decides to do it himself and kick it towards Parker, who's taken on the lead. Right, Parker's played on, goes straight to the hot spot. Biscaya into the best position to mark. Oh, that's the second one that's gone through his hands. They do battle. The ball comes out the back. Pakenham just try and push it over the boundary line, and they try to get it through for a point, but no. His attempt to try and tap it through there, I think it was Johnston from Pakenham. He actually missed the point post and it's gone out of bounds. Deliberately out of bounds, and Stagg will take the free kick. So Stagg will need, loose manning up there by Pakenham. Allowed Quirk to run towards the goal square. Took the mark, played on quickly and kicked the goal. Dylan Quirk kicks Narre Warren's 9th goal of the game. The margin's back to only 3 points. 9-3-57. O'Brien mentioned at a quarter time how quickly this game can turn. 9-3-57 the Magpies, trailing Pakenham 9-6-60.
And you just see again now the Pakenham guys are walking back to the mark. Narre boys are on a jog, so how fast and quickly the momentum shifts in the game of footy. And as you were just alluding to, Steve O'Brien mentioned it, boys, don't take your foot off because these guys can just go bang and suddenly there's no lead whatsoever, and it's exactly what's happened.
Well, the margin was 27 points at quarter time. It's been whittled back down to only 3. The ball's been thrown up, and a pack of players around the football, including Dylan Quirk. The ball's going to be thrown up. Fry in the ruck, taps it down. Lehman's been a lot more quiet in this second term, but that's a nice pass. Barkley on the lead. Was he held on to by Anderson? No. Barkley back in board. Gets the hand pass towards his teammate there in Johnson. Long kick inside forward 50. Morrison on his hands and knees tries to get the ball out. Kim's in there for the Magpies as well. Big pack of players around the football. It's a loose football now. They don't argue given there by O'Brien. And no, the umpires, it's been penalised there, Lenders, for holding the footy and taking the free kick there for the Magpies. Stout Biscaya, who will clear it anyway. It's a long penetrating kick to centre wing. He was looking for Richardson. He couldn't claim the mark. The ball spills to Stagg. About to be tackled, but get his kick away. Coming up to meet it there, McIver. Oh, he's got some space there against Gray. Nice hand pass to Stagg. To centre half forward. It's a raffle. Taking the mark there was Quirk. He had Wheeler to beat and decided to take the mark and do it himself. Kick inside forward, looking for Biscaya, straight through his hands, being worn tightly there by Morey. Richardson gives away the free kick for kicking in danger. So Pakenham get the free kick now, bring it out towards Williams, who goes back to Blake. Off the short step, Blake looking for Bo Wheeler, bouncing football on Lee. Just worries him out of it. He wanted it more, Lee. Didn't realise he had so much space. He goes long, and player coming up to take the mark on his chest there for Narre Warren. We'll have to confirm who that is. Don't know who it is.
I'll find out that for you. It's
Corey Machaya had that ball, boys.
Corey Machaya.
Yeah, for the first kick, I hadn't seen him on before.
It just came on for George Shopolopoulos.
Yep. All right. So Corey Machaya wearing 12, which in the record is Hunter, but Hunter's wearing 17. So commentator's nightmare here, but going back where the play's up to, and it's Biscaya's got the mark.
He'd be happy with that. He finally took one because someone was going to pay a heavy price for dropping all those, I'm sure. But
he's kicked 2 in this quarter. Can he make it 3? And make it 4 goals for the match. Karim Bascaya from 40 metres out has hit the post. Someone with the toot early there.
yeah,
Tooting the horn. How about flashing of lights? 2 points to margin. The shadows of half-time. Karim Bascaya's been in everything. Giving away free kicks, kicking goals, taking marks, dropping marks. This all happened in this first half for Karim. Toussaint takes the free kick, short pass. Finds his teammate there in Great, who can go short towards Blake. They're not even playing the same sort of football in the first quarter now. Pakenham, little short pass into the pocket. Irrelevant football, just holding on, trying to wait for half-time here. As they go from back pocket to back pocket, and Cairns has it in space, takes a bounce. Waiting a long time to receive the hand pass there with Trua. Could be turned over. Stagg gives a don't argue, tries to break one tackle, couldn't do the second. The numbers though, with Pakenham. Holmes gets the hand pass there towards his teammate who spots up Wheeler. The player I was looking for was Young, so Wheeler goes back there towards Lenders. Has been cut off by Jackson Parker. Has paced the burn. Jackson kicks it inside forward 50. Going back with the flight of the football there was Brown. Trying to claim the mark was Rag. Wasn't paid. Rag along the boundary line. Ben Rag. He's kicked an absolute amazing goal. Something from nothing there by Ben Rag. He danced around the boundary line. He's kicked forward, looked ugly off the boot, but went straight through for a goal. And from since the 5th minute mark of the first quarter, Narre Warren's back in front. 10-4-60 for the Maggies. They lead Pakenham, who are stopped, to 9-6-60.
well, they've cut down, they've stopped all their run, haven't they? We saw it up here, they held onto the ball for about 2 minutes, just dinky little passes, short passes, and then handballs to nobody, hit the ground, and then finally turned it over, and Narre's just gone bang, bang, goal.
Yep.
So,
Wow.
Lots to
3
work
points
on.
the margin in favour of the Magpies. Ben Rag kicked the contender for goal of the year from the pocket. Where's Cavalier on the ruck? Fry's doing it, and Pakenham finally get a clearance. Deep inside forward 50 the ball goes. Only to meet it there from Anderson from the Magpies. Quick kick forward. Kane Biscay didn't try and grab the football, try to kick out of mid-air. And they were into the contest. Got the hand pass to Young under some pressure. Coming through Dean Blake. He wanted it more, but Anderson was up to the task. He jumps on top of the football. Nobody wants it. It's a hot potato. Morrison, was he tripped? He goes in a second time, a third time. The Magpies defenders are under some immense pressure here as Giobi was slung as he kicked it. It wasn't Giobi, it was actually Lee Boyle who's gone back into the senior lineup this afternoon for the Magpies. Good to see Lee Boyle back in the seniors, Jared.
Well, it certainly is, and he gets his chance.
Hunter, the tap there towards Parker. I think there was a set play, there was no talk. Something is rough in the commentary position, it wasn't good. Biscaya gets a hand pass towards Collins. He'll take the game on, just brushes past his opponent at home to Weasley. Gets the hand pass to Lee. The kick inside forward 50 Biscaya. Caught out of position there by Morey. Good use of the body, but handed us to Sant. He has to go short. Finds Beck, who takes the mark there in front of Machaya. So Beck, will he bring it back past the broadcast? Will he go broadcast side? No, decides to go to the pocket towards Toussaint. Wasn't 15 metres, it's been called play on. Just bad decision making here by Pakenham at the moment as Beck's pass goes short. They just want half-time, Pakenham. You can't do that. You got to play the game then. You got to last the 4 quarters against a team like Narre Warren.
It seemed Fry, it seemed like an eternity, and he's still arguing his case there. He's been there with nobody on him.
He should be deep in the forward line, Fry, if he's going to behave like that.
Trying to get up to get a kick, get some movement.
Wheeler's just arguing here with Pete Marshall. As Stagg takes the free kick, goes inside forward 50. Rag couldn't take the mark. On his backside there, managed to get the ball over the boundary line.
Yeah, a bit of disarray at the moment. The Lions, aren't they?
Yep.
They just don't know where the next kick or where the next goal is going to come from.
You can really sense it.
They're running with hers.
This game has turned. It's getting hot in the commentary position now. Narre Warren here, another goal there through Collins.
Beautifully sharked out of the ruck and runs into an open goal. So again, they're up and flying at the moment, the Magpies. The Lions are walking around with their hands on the hip wondering what they're going to do to stop this. I think they do need half-time.
11-4-70. Sorry I couldn't call that one. I was a little bit had my view obscured, but Collins just ran into some space.
Got a big hat.
Did some nice work there to bring up his first goal of the afternoon. They've kicked 8 goals, 3 in their second term to 2 goals, 2. It's been all Narre Warren And their undisciplined football that we saw in the first quarter has now gone on to Narre Warren. They are losing track on everything at the moment, the Lions.
Yeah, they're arguing with themselves, they're turning the ball over far too easy, and they're not being manhandled like they were at the start.
Yeah.
Whether Narre did that deliberately for the first 5 minutes, and then so now we'll go and play footy. And we've seen them do that before to great opposition. The great sides have done it. They've turned physical, they've not worried about the ball, and then they switch it back on again.
So Fry in the ruck there, tries to tap the ball forward. Slung of at it there was Johnson of Pakenham. The umpire says play on. Lee goes sliding into the contest, holds the ball up. We're going to see the ball thrown up towards centre half forward. Narre attacking towards the Narre Cranbourne Road end of the ground, the southern end. That's Fry doing the ruck work there. Big swipe at it, punch it down towards Holmes. Kick towards centre half forward. Out of position though was Lehman, taking a good mark was Boyle. He plays on quickly, goes long, looking for McIver. Over the top the ball goes now. Loose football coming up to meet it there was Flannery. Takes 2-1. Great play. Goes by hand to Andrew Hunter. Hunter looking for Rag. Caught out of position, couldn't quite claim the mark. 3-on-1 or Biscaya comes through. It applies a strong bump there on Wheeler. Ball's going towards the boundary line.
And that was
They're just hunting the football now, Narre Warren.
That was typical Narre play. Kareem couldn't get the ball, but put a Packy guy on the ground, put the opposition down fairly, didn't do anything untoward, but just lets them know they're around.
Deep into the second term here, Stagg against Brown. Brown taps it down. Tonks has been quiet in the second quarter, gets the football now and can kick it. There's a free kick off the play going the way.
It's a young fella, young umpire
of Narre Warren.
Young fella.
Machaya will take the free kick. Not too sure what it was for. I think there may have been a hold against Beck.
I think it was a late hold.
So Machaya up from the under-19s, I think, as the siren's gone for half-time. The Pakenham players are running off to the shower, as you'd imagine. They need a breather. Can Machaya extend their margin to 15 points at half-time or take a big kick? He's going for the extra distance, a young fella, and it's gone through for a point. Well, that's been kind. 11-5-71, Narre Warren bring this half-time to a close. They lead by 11 points. Pakenham 9-6-60. Keeping an eye on what could happen here. McIver getting into cover. Be careful, Bailey Shaw, if you're coming onto the ground. There could be a bit of a how you do as the teams get very close to each other there as they walk off the ground. You'd like to have the roving mic there, and guess who's front and square? Pete Marshall.
Yeah, Wheeler's still having a chat to him.
There is stuff going on. This could be an explosive second half here on KC Radio 97.7 FM. People have made their way onto the ground. The dogs on a leash.
The level head of Steve O'Brien just got his players away from it. Yeah. They've got bigger things to worry about than a little push and shove at half-time, haven't they?
Bailey, your thoughts on that second quarter as two teams come off towards you on the other side of the ground?
It'll be interesting to see what Pakenham do with the Breeze in the third quarter. I wouldn't write them out just yet, but Narre Warren looking really strong.
So that's Bailey Shaw. I think there was a Pakenham supporter just abusing the umpires there from what I could see on the Red Onion TV screen here on 97.7 FM. Before we take a break for half-time, the score here is 11 points. We'll get to Bryce shortly for his around-the-ground scores. The goal kickers to half-time for Narre Warren. Flannery has 3, Biscaya has 3, Rag has 2, singles to Richardson, Quirk and Collins for Pakenham. Smith added to his tally in the first quarter by 1, so he's gone to 4 goals. Fry has 2. Singles to O'Brien also has 2, singles to Young, and that's it. So the 4 goal kickers there for their 9 goals, and to Bryce for his around the ground scores. When we take a short half-time break here on 97.7 FM.
Round 2 in the